Good morning, guys. Today for social studies, we are going to look at and review the women of the American Revolution. That's one of the standards we're supposed to know. Standard 4.10, evaluate the contributions made by the women during the American Revolution. So here's how we're going to do this today. You're going to have two things to look at. This will be your assignment, but you're also going to have this. And this is Women of the American Revolution fact page. So I've got some facts on here about some of the people that you'll be asked about. You've got some pictures. You've got some reading to do about the women. Some of them served as nurses, some as spies, some as camp followers. That means they would follow the army camp around and help take care of the soldiers. Some of the women were soldiers. If you ever watched Mulan, where she dresses as a man and goes and fight, you're going to read about a woman who actually really did that in the Revolutionary War. The next page has some names of the women and what they did, their contributions to the American Revolution, several names on there. And then you've got some interesting facts. So I want you to read this page first and keep it open then. And then you're going to go and do these slides and turn them into me. So I've done the first one for you just to see, kind of show you how. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you. The first thing you need to do is watch this video. It's on the second slide. Watch it. It's going to give you some facts about women in the Revolution. And then you're going to do pages like this. So on each page, you're going to be asked to insert a picture of a person. You're going to write her contribution, that woman's contribution to the Revolution, contribution to the Patriots' causes. This one can kind of be just thinking. It can be kind of how you think what that woman did helped the Patriots' cause. Of course, the Patriots, you remember, were the ones, that was us, that was the United States fighting against the British. So let's look at Phyllis Wheatley here. Remember, Phyllis Wheatley was a former slave. She wrote several letters to ministers and others about liberty and freedom, and she wrote poems. She was a poet. How did her contribution benefit the Patriots' cause? She wrote several poems in honor of the Continental Army's commander, George Washington. Her poems and writings encouraged others to help rally a desire for change and freedom. The more people read them, the more they began to believe in the fight for freedom for all. So you're going to do something like this on each page. Let me show you one and how you're going to do it. So let's take a look at Abigail Adams here. Now, you know how to insert a picture. So when you want to insert a picture, you're going to go up here to Insert Image and go to Search the Web. And then it's going to pop up over here. I'm in the way. Then you're going to type in that lady's name, Abigail Adams. And we've got lots of pictures of her. So just choose one of those pictures. I like this one. And bring it over here. And you're going to have to resize it like we did on some of our science assignments a few weeks ago. As long as you put it down here, it doesn't have to be any certain size. Just make sure it fits inside this box. What was her contribution to the American Revolution? How am I supposed to know, Mr. Helton? Go back and look at your fact sheet. So we're going to go back to this sheet. What did Abigail Adams do? She was the wife of the founding father, John Adams. She advised her husband through thousands of letters. She lived close to the fighting and at one point melted down much of her own silver and steel to make musket balls for the troops. So we can copy this. Edit copy. We're going to go back to our slides. And we're going to click our contributions, edit, paste. Now, okay, so, oops, look, it might move this. If it does that, just scoot this back up, click above it, and hit delete. Oh, maybe, sorry guys, click beside it, hit delete. There we go. It doesn't matter if it gets a little offline. I'm not worried about that. The main thing I want you to do is get her facts. So then I want you to read these facts. Abigail Adams was the wife of the founding father, John Adams. She advised her husband through thousands of letters. She lived close to the fighting. At one point, melted down much of her own silver and steel to make musket balls for the troops. So how did her contribution benefit the Patriot cause? Well, what did she do? Just kind of look at it and put it in your own words. She advised her husband. So she gave advice to her. I spelled advice wrong, didn't I? Advice to her husband. So you kind of just rewrite it in your own words. What else? She lived close to the fighting, and she made bullets for the troops with her own metal. melted down petals. Okay. And so I just kind of reread this and then kind of put it in my own words. That's what I want you to do, just to make sure you're actually reading this and not just copying and paste it. So that's how you'll do these. You've got Molly Pitcher, Mary Elizabeth Hayes. You've got Deborah Sampson. You've got Mary Draper. You've got Lydia Dara. And you've got Betsy Ross. Now, all of those ladies are on this sheet. Okay. And if you think this is boring information on this sheet, you might do some research yourself. You might go to your tab up here. Let me go open a new tab, and you might type in, facts about Betsy Ross. And then you can find all kinds of facts. But make sure you find facts that tell what? That tell how she helped in the American Revolution and how her contribution benefited, helped the Patriots' cause. Okay, so you'll do that on all of these women. Now, I did the first one for you, so I'm not going to do this one too. You've already got you already have this one done for you to remind you, Phyllis Wheatley. So I was just showing you how to do this. Okay, so I'm going to let you get to work on this. If this thing moves around when you start typing, don't stress out about that. Just put the facts down here. That's what I'm going to look for anyway, is what your facts are. Okay. All right, so I'll let you do that. It's going to take a little while to cut and paste and put it in your own words, but it shouldn't be too hard. Make sure you spell correctly and put your periods and capitalization in, okay? As you learn more about these women of the Revolution. Okay, have fun. We'll see you a little bit later.